All right. Hello, everybody. This is something different. This is this is going to be a fun little treat. It's been a while since we did something like this.
And
This is,
that treat might be equivalent to asbestos, but we're gonna try.
jeez. I mean, okay. I I want to be optimistic, but yeah, this is most likely going to be a very dog shit podcast.
Or
But
it might contain some suboptimal flavor.
yeah, some suboptimal flavor in here. It's our beautiful exclusive title.
Yes.
The entire concept of this podcast is pretty much just a one-off joke, and we're gonna
Yeah,
commit
basically.
to it. Yeah. So we're we're just gonna go right into it. So the idea for this podcast or whatever is that my co-host, whoever his name is, if he wants to
And
introduce himself.
and that is Nate.
All right, so we're going by real names, not like superhero names. Okay, so
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
okay, all right, fine. Me, whatever. I am. Uh, J- Jimbo Goodman. All right, that's who I am.
Or
You-
as our substitutes at school like to call you, JV.
JV, yes, the JV works too. Yes, no, it's hobby. Okay.
Whatever you guys are comfortable with. Call them whatever one pisses them off more.
No. That's not how the game works. But honestly, I don't care. Just as long as you have an idea that there are two separate entities in this recording, and it's not just one of us talking to ourselves for like an hour, then you should be fine.
I guess.
Yeah, but then I guess we have to talk about it, right? We have to talk about what the hell exactly is this podcast? What are we doing? How would you like to explain it? I want to hear your take.
I don't know. I guess I'd call it a educational program where
Yeah.
dwell we dwell on things that either anger us or things that are interesting in today's environment, stuff like games, TV, real world events, stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking
It's
something along.
essentially like an exploration of things that we find interesting, at least. We
Yeah,
just hope that you all find it interesting as well.
of course. Yeah. I had the image in my head, anyways. Yeah, just something to sort of discuss whatever we really want to, and more just broader topics in general. But I would like to at least lean into more recent news and events or whatever, regardless
Yeah,
of the actual genre. But yeah, honestly, I think it would be very nice, just something very casual, sort of informal, while also being sort of engaging. So
yeah,
I guess with all of the nitty-gritty done and over with, I say we begin. I guess we should probably let our audience know first is that the idea for at least this episode anyways, so we may do it for all or at least most episodes, is that the rules of this are going to work, alright? Is that it's going to be that both participants, at least when it's the two of us, we're going to have two topics each. Both of us will discuss one topic, so I will discuss my topic, and then Nate will discuss his topic. And then, after we're done with both of those, we will do a coin toss, and whoever it lands on will decide the third topic that will be our final one for that episode. So, I think that's everything, at least all the essentials.
yeah.
Okay, so, who do you want to go first?
I think I would enjoy going first.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead. What's it about?
Okay, so there was a recent show that was released on HBO called The Last of Us.
Yes, that show. I've seen I think at least two trailers, and then I was aware of its development for at least a year or two, maybe a year and a half. I
Okay, so
yeah. What do you think?
essentially, I've seen some of the trailers, and I was pleasantly surprised to notice that some of the trailers actually resembled some moments from the game.
That's good.
Not to dwell into too much spoilers, but there was one key moment in one of the trailers where I vividly remember playing through that scene. So that was a pleasant surprise.
Huh. Well, that is nice, because most I'm going to. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but there's the Halo TV show, and
Yes, that's something else I was gonna bring up
yeah.
over this
So
line too.
yeah, because I'm thinking about what you said about it being like accurate to a scene in the game. Is that the Halo show?
Sometimes it doesn't go that way.
Yeah, they'll do the complete opposite. They'll be like, "Hey guys, the beloved source material that this show is based upon. We just threw it
Well,
out the
we threw it
window."
in the trash can. Yeah.
Exactly. And
So,
yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
well, I think we'll go into that a little later. But first, I'm gonna talk about The Last of Us show a little bit. So,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
those who didn't play the games or just haven't been up to date on things, The
like
Last
me.
of Us was yes, like Harvey, there was a zombie apocalypse game that was released in around, I'd say around 2010, that vicinity, if that sounds correct to you.
I can look it up real quick. Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, go for it. And
Um,
basically, this zombie apocalypse survival game follows a survivor and a girl named Ellie. And their goal is to basically deliver a cure to the virus to, I don't know, medical researchers is the best way I can put it.
mhm.
And the new show is doing surprisingly well. It has 96% Rotten Tomatoes, 9.6 on IMDb, and 94% of people enjoyed the show.
That's I have a question. Are those critics, or is it just
Those
the
are
general audience?
those are some critics and general audience mixed in. Either
Okay.
way, everyone's giving it at least above a 90%.
Well, that's really good.
And it's
Um,
honestly shocking because video game adaptations have had a very conflicting history.
so man, I've been really interested in video game movies with the first one I can think of, at least the oldest one, is the Super Mario Bros. Movie, where that was just a glorious 90s treat where it was
I'm pretty
nothing.
sure, yeah,
I don't know.
1994. I remember watching those.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
were,
Those were
yeah.
strange. Fever
I
dreams.
also lived through the fever dream, and me being like 7, I enjoyed them.
Yeah,
Looking
okay, I'll be
back,
honest.
looking back, I have conflicted feelings about it, but
Yeah, because I only watched it maybe once or twice as a kid, and I completely forgot about it for the rest of my life. But
I'm pretty sure I finished all of it on Netflix when I was a kid.
huh,
Yeah, so
it's such a treat. Like, it was so proud of itself too. But it wasn't Mario, and that is a trend that we will see throughout all of video game filming history. It's
yeah,
just that,
so I have a bit of an extensive list I'm kind of gawking at right now. But I
okay.
think the first one you should go into is, and more of the general question is, are video game adaptations good or are they just bad? And
Ooh,
The Last of Us is doing well so far, but there's way more bad ones than good ones. And like you mentioned, the Halo series.
yeah, I have I don't have Paramount Plus, but even if I did, I wouldn't watch it because it looks like garbage, and all I hear is garbage.
Yeah, so I'm not going to act like I've watched it because I haven't, but
Yeah,
going off what I heard is that the lore for the series, being the Halo series, was just
mhm.
pissed on throughout this entire this journey.
Yeah, like from what I know, anyways, because I'm not a massive Halo fan. I
Me
only
neither.
played like maybe 10 hours at max, but from what I know is that Master Chief or John, whatever, he never shows his face in like any of the games. He still haven't, or
Yes.
at least fully. But in the first episode, yeah, this is Master Chief. You can see his face and everything. It's so
Yeah, just
nice. And then
you think something that would be like such a sacred rule or thing in the Halo series would be at least respected. It's like Doom guy just ripping off his helmet.
yeah, it's just it's not cool. Like instead of just keeping him like fully anonymous, sort of like the Mandalorian
Oh,
is
don't. Oh, I have bad news about that one too.
oh no.
Mandalorian does in fact take his helmet off.
I mean, yeah, there's a few scenes. I'm not denying that or whatever. Spoilers, I guess, but like if they do it, they're more committed to it and keeping a masked protagonist because it's fully
Yeah.
plausible in film. But the
Yeah.
Halo
So
writers.
with the Halo series, I have seen a few really cool trailers.
Hmm.
The trailers look cool. It's
Yeah.
basically, I'd call it almost like the Gilded Age in American history, where everything's supposed to look really cool, but behind the gold paint, it's just shit.
Yeah.
It's a complete bait and switch. I saw some extremely cool graphics,
Mhm.
and mind you, I saw the trailer for the series the first time inside of a movie theater, which probably
Mm.
lended to the, I don't know, the visuals of it, like the extra bass in the background. But
Yeah.
going on to the lore problems is that I've seen some pictures from the show. They'll be fighting. I think it was a desert area. In the background, there's
Mhm.
like a Chevy 2009,
I
and
heard
like
about that.
in the very background. And I'm not sure if that's more insulting or the fact that there was a space AK-47, if you could even call that. It was just an AK-47. So I guess the show just is just making a testament, this advertisement to Chevys and the AK for some reason both being used thousands of years in the future. Like that
Just
really proves reliability, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, come on. I guess AKs are just amazing. It's
It's built
long
different,
lasting.
as the
Yeah,
kids are saying.
yes. Well, I feel like the AKs were slandered by Halo. They shouldn't be associated with one another.
If anything, they were. But
Yeah.
yeah, this things like those. Have you heard of anything else along like incorrect lore things? I
Um,
can search them while you talk.
lore things like regarding Halo or just in general with video
Uh,
game.
the lore, like how inaccuracies it had compared to the Halo games.
So I know like the writers, I don't know if maybe you heard about this, but they were like literally flaunting to all the haters, the quote unquote haters about how like they never played a single Halo game and they regarded none of the lore. They just made up all of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they expected the fans to be happy about that. Like, oh, well, if you want just Halo, go screw yourself.
Wow, that's genuinely insulting. It's like the
Yeah,
writers at Disney making the new Star Wars movies. Screw the lore. We're just gonna
honestly.
destroy everything.
It's such a disrespect to the franchise you're making. I
I
just
know. Yeah. And not just this franchise you're making, it's the franchise you're building upon, and they just
true.
destroy it.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, I know Halo in modern times has sort of had a couple of ups and downs, but the show is
Yeah,
sort of a bad look for them. And not the greatest, not
yeah.
the greatest action in the world, but
hmm
hmm, oh well.
Okay, so I'm looking here. I'm gonna find out what problems the lore has, which, as you can imagine, is a very extensive list.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. So it appears that there are problems with like Cortana. I'm pretty sure like the AI assistant.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. I
Uh,
can't go too much into that because I'm rather unfamiliar with it, but
yeah. So I'm scrolling through an article by Tech Raptor
okay.
titled "The Halo TV Show: Lore Breaking or Expanding the Universe" by Anson Chan,
All
and
right.
basically, yeah, I'm looking
Hmm.
at these, and apparently, I don't know what the lore problems are, but are Spartans supposed to have children? Like, what is the
Uh,
whole?
I think they're celibate. I'm pretty sure, or not celibate. Maybe they're like, I think they're castrated or something like that. So they like physically can't have kids.
I
I
don't know, but apparently there are at least two Spartans in the main universe that had biological children. And if this article is wrong, or if we're wrong, please feel free to tell us in the comments, because I think we'd both do with a little bit of a learning experience on the Halo lore, given how influential it is.
yeah.
But yeah, so another thing is that apparently the show felt the need to explain why having sex with prisoners of war is morally problematic.
What?
Yeah, that apparently this just like needed a conversation.
Huh.
Yeah,
Huh.
the one compliment I do have is that the armor does look kind of sick.
Yeah, I hear it was actually rather expensive to produce all the armor or whatever, and that it was rather heavy to wear. So
I'd
I guess
imagine.
that's
Don't like
nice.
Spartans lore wise weigh like 2 tons.
Yeah, they're beasts. So okay.
Yeah, it's a little out there. Oh,
Yeah.
let's see. Do you have anything to add while I'm scrolling through here?
Um. Just in general, that the Halo show is how you just fail at making a video game, TV show, or a movie. I'm sure the same issues could be found in a video game film. But
Yeah, but basically, this article sums up basically what I already mentioned. The weird cars showing up, the like 20th century, 21st century firearms in the mix, which isn't using firearms in movies is not a new thing for space movies. If you
yeah,
hadn't noticed, in the original Star Wars trilogy, most of
hmm
the guns were just World War One and Two era firearms, just reskinned.
yeah, I did hear about that. It is kind of cool, and
Yeah, but the thing
it's
is,
a work.
though, for it to fit into the environment, you got to change how it looks, not just have a
Yeah,
straight up AK-47.
exactly. There we go.
Like Star Wars, they had Han Solo's iconic pistol is just a World War One C96 broom handle pistol,
Huh.
which is hilarious. It's like the detail they put into it. It's possible to make these firearms fit into the world that it's a part of, but they clearly put no effort into it. I don't know why they just thought people in a game that's famous for energy style weapons, that people are just gonna be like, oh, cool, 7.62 AK, cool. I don't
Yeah,
understand why they thought
I
it'd be amazing, but
I think I understand. It's just that the writers just fucking hate everyone. I swear, he hated working on that show. From what I can imagine, he just hated every second of it. I don't know why they decided that they would even make a show they don't like.
yeah, I don't understand. But yeah, more series and adaptations, such as movies too. It went bad as have you ever heard of the Doom 2005 movie?
Is that the one with the Rock, or it was some
Yes, it
actor?
is.
Yes.
It
Okay.
indeed is.
I heard
So
of.
I'm pretty sure that had just a lot of just destruction on the series, and people don't like talking about it.
Yeah, I saw it on
Yeah,
Netflix once, and I I had to do a double take. Like that's fucking Doom. No way.
yeah,
And
it really does not fit the environment at all.
yeah.
I heard someone say it resembles Alien more than Doom. I'm not sure how
Hmm.
reliable that take was,
Have you
but
watched
yep. Have I watched it?
it? Yeah. Y-
I have not. No, and I'm kind of afraid to watch it, if anything. But this
Yeah.
this next movie adaptation from a game that I didn't think was bad was the Assassin's Creed movie from 2016.
Oh my God, I think I watched that in theaters when that came out. But I'll be honest, I completely just like forgot about it. I don't have an
Oh,
opinion.
it's nowhere near an influential film, but
Mm.
it did have some problems with the lore and stuff. But it wasn't the worst adaptation I've ever seen. As a bit of a diehard Assassin's Creed fan, basically,
Mm.
I thought some of the stuff was pretty cool, and it had a few problems, as you'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's it's one of the higher tier bad adaptations. But more familiar ones, such as Tomb Raider 2001.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure something you're going to take personal offense with. Silent Hill 2006.
Okay, all right. So, okay, I can go on with this. All right,
Okay,
I am like the most diehard Silent Hill fan who hasn't played Silent Hill, but I know enough, and I've watched both Silent Hill films, so we can talk about
okay,
this.
okay.
'Cause,
I
all right,
haven't, so enlighten me.
okay. Um, so the movies are based on respectively Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 2 is
Okay,
sort of unrelated to the it makes sense story-wise that you would skip two, so that's not my problem. So it's two movies. The first one is based on the first game, of course, and
yeah.
ugh,
Okay, yeah.
okay, so it's so there's the main character, right? The
Mhm.
general plot of Silent Hill 1 is that a dad is looking for his I think young daughter. She's like 8 something like that, and
Yes.
she gets lost in Silent Hill, the town, and
Oh,
it's
yes. Okay.
yeah, and it's haunted by demons that are sort of a reflection of the protagonist's mental state and their personal demons, I guess.
So, is it all in their head?
Uh, No, like the are like actually fighting monsters, but the
Okay.
monsters you fight are based upon their feelings and thoughts, whatever. So
Okay.
okay,
So
so
it's not. So do the are the monsters created as a result of their feelings, or are they like more of a symbolic representation that isn't influenced by them specifically?
what do you mean?
So are the looks of the demons, do they feed off of their emotions, or are they an independent thing that's not basically spawned by the people?
They're sort of an independent thing. Like they're
Okay.
yeah, okay. So they're just yeah, they're monsters that just so happen to be their personal demons or whatever. It's all metaphors and shit like that. But you don't need to know too much about that. So that's the general premise of the first game, anyways. And so the movie's main protagonist was a girl, okay,
Blonde,
and
right?
a a blonde girl, yes. Probably she's probably on the cover or something like that.
Yeah,
And
I'm looking at it right now.
yeah, so that choice was made intentionally to change the character from a dad to a mother because the I think it was either the director or a writer who said that it wouldn't make sense for a dad to be looking for a child. Why would he care about that?
What?
That's like clearly
Okay.
the reason. So and then so
Okay,
that
yeah.
that's
Okay, go
that's
on.
bad. Okay, and then then Pyramid Head, right? He played Dead by
Yes, I
Daylight.
do.
Okay, so Pyramid Head didn't fucking exist in Silent Hill 1. Okay, he was
Okay.
he was only supposed to be in Silent Hill 2, and then he wouldn't be in any of the four mainline games, but then he'd appear in some spin-offs later on. But that's
Okay.
irrelevant. Okay, so Pyramid Head, for whatever fucking reason, is never explained. But he's just like this giant fucking demon that will rip and like literally rip and tear the random citizens of Silent Hill, just because it's evil or something. and
Okay.
and like there's just like sirens going on or whatever, and the sirens are in the games. I'm not denying that, but they make it sound like the sirens are like some sort of like the townspeople sort of defending themselves in the movie. When no, it's just sort of like in the game, just signifying that
Background
hey,
noise.
yeah, it's just yeah, just something bad's gonna happen. Watch out. That was all it really meant. There's no like real like hidden meaning or
Yeah.
any
Okay.
meaning much to it. Okay, so yeah, there's like the sirens going on. Pyramid Head. I can vividly remember one of the kills. He like ripped the skin off a lady for like no apparent reason. And then I'm pretty sure maybe it's in the second movie, and I may wait for that. But I think it's near the end of the first movie where Pyramid Head just turns out, hey, I'm a good guy now. I'm gonna go kill the main bad lady or whatever. Just
Wait, what?
oh yeah, cause yeah, 'cause the plot's all over the place. The plot's all over the place. So apparently there's some cult or whatever, and the girl, the daughter, is actually the reincarnation of a dead witch, and there's a cult trying to bring the
Mhm.
witch alive by or trying to perform a ritual that will like end the world or something like that with the daughter. Um, and so the mother had to go and try to save her and everything. And then I'm pretty sure the cult leader turns into a monster. But
Okay.
I think it was the second movie. It doesn't matter. But Pyramid Head is like, I'm a good guy now. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna fight. And so like the two have a fucking duel. No, no, no. Pyramid Head doesn't have a duel with anything. It can barely move.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
in the second game, in the second Silent Hill game, all right, Pyramid Head, he moves very slowly because he's dragging a heavy ass sword across the
Yeah,
concrete.
obviously.
Yeah, and, and like if you in all the boss battles or whatever, it's relatively easy because he can barely move. He's slow, immobile.
He's
He's
just a
mute.
tank.
He has no consciousness either, because and I'm we're not gonna go into this, but he's a reflection of the main character in the second game's like sexual frustration, and
What?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
And he has the urge to be punished, so that's why he created like Pyramid Head in his brain. And so, as the main character sort of learns to sort of accept himself in the second game, that's when Pyramid Head like kills himself as sort of like a way of like letting go of guilt for and whatever for the thing the character does. It's
Oh,
don't get into a tangent. I'm sorry, but
yeah. So
okay,
let's
but
try to keep on the
yeah,
subject of
yeah. Let's just
really
discuss.
bad games. So
Okay,
that
yeah,
was interesting, and if
yeah.
anyone's interested, just look up the Silent Hill movie,
Both
2006.
dog shit, dog shit.
Both.
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, they're fun, but they're not faithful at all, and it's just horror movie that has the Silent Hill IP.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that
So
summarizes all.
continuing on some more bad video game adaptations. It
Yeah.
was Street Fighter 1994,
I think.
which
Have you
you
watched
might
that?
just I have not, but look up Street Fighter 1994 and just look up all
Yeah.
the characters like side by
Yeah.
side.
I've
It
I've watched that movie
seriously
once.
looks like a shitpost. It looks like we got Maui on the left side.
Huh.
Uh,
Oh my
it,
god. Okay, I
it
see the
honestly
image you're
looks.
looking at.
This honestly looks like the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
So, why does it look like it's 80s more than anything?
No, seriously. Well, I think it's because didn't Street Fighter come out in the 80s?
I think yeah, late 80s, early 90s, whatever.
I guess I understand to an extent, but it just looks like a shitpost.
Yeah,
This looks like
I
someone's come in Photoshop.
fever
And I
dream.
feel that every single person that acted in this movie is filled with regret.
Yeah.
I bet they all feel insanely embarrassed, which I would too. I mean, look at this photo. Uh, sorry for anyone that can't see it, but look up
Uh,
Street Fighter 1994. Just look up just the characters.
uh,
You should see all of them.
yeah, I'll show a photo in the video anyways, and
Okay.
yeah. But it's probably made as a ripoff to a much better fighting video game movie, which is the Mortal Kombat film. I don't know if you ever
Oh,
saw that one, the
yeah.
original.
I was going to speak of that in a minute,
Yeah,
actually.
because it's been a long while since I watched it, but I think it was actually one of the better video game adaptations, at least early on, compared to the others, like Street Fighter 1994.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, another movie. Have you seen Hitman 2007?
Oh God, I did. I did. I used to be a really big Hitman fan, so that was a strange film. I
So
don't.
is it okay to say it's sort of comparable to John Wick?
I yeah.
Or
Actually, I think that the movie itself was similar to John Wick more than the games, and I think that was
I mean,
intentional.
that doesn't
Oh,
sound to be the worst, but like what I'm pretty sure Hitman, I mean, they're supposed to be quiet. So
yes.
I don't think going like full Keanu Reeves ape shit is lore
Yeah.
accurate, especially what I've seen. I've played it a little bit. Yeah, I feel it doesn't really suit the theme of it, but it does sound mildly cool. So I
It's,
mean, it
the,
seems that it's not lore accurate, but it sounds like it'd be entertaining at least.
I think it would have been just better as its own separate entity, separated from the Hitman series. But that's just my
Yeah.
take.
So the next one on this list I'm looking at, I'm going to actually argue that it was an okay
Okay.
adaptation.
What is
So
it?
the Angry Birds movie, 2016.
Oh boy.
Okay,
I
so the reason why I'm saying that this is not a bad adaptation, I think the movie was okay, right?
yeah.
But the Angry Birds has no lore. It's just a bunch
Okay.
of random birds in random environments.
I
Like
was about
what
to say.
lore is there? There is no lore. This is like the
Yeah.
only instance of a genuine story in lore explaining where everything happens. I think
Yeah.
it actually did good for what it did. And it's a kids movie. So
Yeah. Just
I don't think this movie deserves to be called a bad adaptation. Because what do you want? Just some 2D gameplay of some like of like light Yagami just playing Angry Birds while he's debating this not getting another bird because it might make L think he's suspicious because he doesn't want to lose Angry Birds. It's like, is that what you want the movie to be? I mean, hell, I'd watch that, but still. I mean,
All right,
I don't think this one deserves to be shit on.
my only real complaint for the movie is that it shouldn't exist. There isn't a story for Angry Birds, so don't make
Oh,
one.
yeah, there really shouldn't be a story for Angry Birds, but the
Yeah.
story that was created, I don't think it was the worst.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
made for kids, let's be honest.
Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna argue anymore for that. I think that's fine where we're at.
Yeah, as you
Any other
talked
go?
about, the Mortal Kombat movie,
Yeah.
which, yeah, I think that goes without saying, kind of the same tragic flaws like Street Fighter.
Yeah. Like,
It,
okay, I watched it
one,
when I was young, and
yeah.
I thought it wasn't that bad. It's just a bit outdated. But honestly, I think it's because I'm a pretty big Mortal Kombat fan, and I think it's fairly respectful, very faithful at least it tried to be. And I mean, for a game that doesn't have, or it didn't have much dialogue by the time the
Hmm.
series was there, but I think they were able to convey a good story with some good action, fun characters,
Okay,
and
yeah.
yeah, I think that's
Biggest
one of
problem, biggest
yeah,
problem I have with all these is the costume workings. They look so bad. They look so cringy. It looks like
yeah,
you like walked into like a third grade Halloween party. It's just bad.
damn,
But yeah,
yeah.
as well as another Street Fighter movie, The Legend of Chun Li,
Oh, I
which
haven't even
I
heard of
don't.
that.
Yeah, 2009.
What?
So it's yeah, yeah. Apparently, it. Let's see. Basically, Chris Klein, the male,
Yeah.
apparently is an extremely just bad fit for, I guess, the mentor of Chun Li. But
Huh.
the Street Fighter series has honestly been done dirty over the past like 2 decades to an extent, especially the Fortnite crossover that basically sold skins of the dump truck to sell sex to 12-year-old boys.
Yeah,
And
that was
that's
something.
basically,
Uh,
that's regrettably what most people, and including I, think about when they hear Cheng Li. I mean,
I'm a somewhat of a fan of Street Fighter, so thankfully no. I cannot say I had that forsaken curse. But
well,
yeah.
I regrettably do. As someone who's played Street Fighter but never gave two damns about the lore,
Mm,
basically anything really
yeah.
impressions upon me. But
Mhm.
this is one I feel we're both going to have a little bit of anger towards. I'm a bit of a newer fan
Okay.
of this
Shoot.
franchise, but the Resident Evil franchise spanning from
Oh no
2002
no
to
no no no
2016.
no 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 no. Can we skip this one? Can we just not
No,
talk
let's,
about
let's,
dude?
let's inflict severe pain and depression on the two of us for a wonderful audience that may or may not exist.
Do
Come on,
you
we need to delve into this because I think we
uh
both have conflicting feelings.
no.
So what I'm hearing is a saying yes. So I'll go on a little.
Do
So
you,
basically, what I've heard is the Resident Evil series, the movies, did one extremely big thing. Managed to be nothing like the source material.
exactly, bingo, ding ding ding.
That's the biggest accomplishment they had. And
Oh, okay. Dude,
basically, I'm assuming this woman I'm seeing on this little screen picture is supposed to be Jill Valentine. It
that's
looks nothing
Jill
like Jill
Valentine.
Valentine.
Yeah, yeah, the Jill Valentine, a very simple, basic but iconic design. You can't fuck it up. You
they
fucked it up.
managed. Yeah, so yeah, apparently they're extremely loosely based on it, and
Not
the
loosely based on it. It's not based on it.
okay. So is it a zombie movie? Like,
It's a
is
zombie
it
movie. That's the only thing we have in
okay?
common.
That's
It's
literally it. There's
yeah.
no umbrella, nothing.
Wait. Okay. I've watched the movies like maybe once. I think I watched
All
like
six of
20
them?
minutes. No, okay, yeah. There was a bunch of movies. All of them suck. So it's like
There's
the same
six of
thing
them.
goes to all. Yeah, the same. My same opinion goes to all six of them. But mainly the older, like I think it's like yeah, trilogy or whatever. But they were so bad. It's
So
just
you're
full
saying
action.
so you're saying Resident Evil 2002 to 2016 left a suboptimal taste
It, wa-
inside
yeah,
of your mouth.
well, it was a suboptimal flavor indeed. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, would you do you feel this flavor so suboptimal you wouldn't even give it to your worst enemy?
I wouldn't give it to my worst enemy. No, it was horrible.
So I'm running down to the end of my little list of, I guess I'd call them elaborate shit posts,
Okay.
but I don't see any of these here that would be that interesting. But
I
I'm ending with what I'd call the grand finale of what I think is one of the worst adaptations of a video game or source material. So
what could it be?
this is an interesting grand finale because this is not based on a movie or a video game, really.
Okay.
This is a movie based on an anime. So, give me a second. I
Oh
need to pull up the
no,
exact
no, no,
logistics of it.
no! Please,
Uh,
please, not that one.
you,
I don't. I hope it's
you do
not
not
that
know what it
one.
is.
I might
Don't
know what
talk
it
about
is.
it.
I'm
Let's
not
see.
gonna.
Don't spoil it for our dear audience.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think I know what
Uh,
it is.
you don't know what it is.
Oh, I don't.
So basically, so I'll try to narrow this down for you.
Yeah.
So it is a movie that has a 23% audience score,
Jesus.
37% tomato meter, and the main character that's supposed to be an Asian looks like an American.
Huh.
This movie is Death Note
Oh, you. I
2017.
knew it. I knew it. I knew
It's not.
it. They made his name Light Turner. He made his name Light Turner. That's
so
that's
the
that's where I just want to
the,
end it right there.
so the thrilling. So
I
for anyone that doesn't know, Death Note is a highly influential anime that's about a boy who finds a notebook that gives him the power to kill whoever he writes in it, and
so
goes on a bit of a killing spree trying to rid the world of criminals.
yeah.
And he has a nemesis called L. So just like Light Yagami, the American, uh, from the movie. Oh, sorry, Light Turner from the movie,
Yeah, Light Turner.
loosely loosely based on Light Yagami, has his
Loosely based.
nemesis L. His
Not
nemesis
even like
L.
Light Yakum.
That is his nemesis L, who looks like he's had a bad day because I don't know what I want to say that is
Yeah,
gonna get me canceled, but
you can say it.
L, who is British, right, is
Uh, yeah, he's British now.
African American. So
Yeah.
the British guy, African American detective, is a African American gentleman that is nothing like the character.
Yeah. Okay. Because actually, that could lead into my topic, but we can discuss that just a bit later. But the casting was so the casting was dog shit. There was only one good character in that, because there's one good
Was it
actor.
Ryuk?
It was Ryuk, Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin.
Are
I
you
think yeah,
kidding me? That was William Dafoe.
yeah. And honestly, if the movie was good, he would have been a perfect choice. And I think he's like the one part that isn't complete dog shit. But everything
Yes.
else was bad.
It's
Okay.
yeah. So the movie certainly was a bit of a blow to basically the community that
It,
follows Death Note, and
it ruined all of Death Note. It didn't ruin all of Death Note. It ruined my personal image. It was like golden. It was shiny. It was beautiful. It was holy. But then no, the Fire Nation attacked, called Netflix. He decided. He decided, hey guys, go fuck yourself. No, we're gonna make the worst movie imaginable. Destroy your entire view of one of the greatest animes of all time.
It's like
I'm
someone. It's like a certain time, the brilliant writer of the series gave humanity a present, which was the Death Note anime, critically acclaimed, and then Netflix decided to take just running shit on the series, and just decides to call it where it goes. I mean,
so
I mean,
bad. Light
yeah.
Turner, Light Turner. Just fucking
But
call him Timmy Turner at that point. You were so
uh,
close.
I'm not gonna go into other failed anime adaptations because that's a
Yeah,
topic for another time. And I'm gonna be honest, might be more extensive than the bad game adaptations.
I honestly, I don't think I can like mentally like handle all the live action anime movies you'd have to talk about. I simply would like
Namely,
to.
the one that is kind of screaming in my ear is the Full Metal Alchemist adaptations. But
Oh, I was
yeah,
personally, I was personally thinking of another Netflix live action anime series with the Cowboy Bebop one.
oh yes. So
It ruined it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
we'll put this on the back burner for another time. But
Yeah.
so what was the topic that you were just reminded of?
Okay. So with L, right? L is a Japanese. I'm pretty sure he's Japanese, or at least American.
Or
Um.
I'm pretty sure he might be Japanese, but I know for sure he was raised in Britain, the
Okay. Yeah.
UK, Europe.
Hmm. All right. So he's a white guy at the very least. At least uh, roughly. Let's just say that. It doesn't matter.
I,
He made him black
yeah,
in the live action movie, and
which isn't
but
necessarily a problem,
I'm not. I'm not saying.
it's
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just
but
saying unfaithful.
it's unfaithful adaptation and is slightly insulting to the creator.
Yeah.
Which how much say did he have in this series?
I don't.
I'm
I don't
assuming little.
think it
I
exists.
genuinely don't think that the creator of this series, who so extensively painstakingly put so much effort into minute details, and honestly would honestly go into the room and say, "Guys, I have a great idea about Light Turner." And
Yeah, Light Turner and his friend Mia. It's just like, okay, but it was all right. Unfaithful adaptations because of the new show that came out by the time this episode is airing, this
okay.
podcast episode, and it's the horrible HBO Max Velma show. I hear it's just
Boy.
complete dog shit.
So
My,
I
I'm
don't
gonna.
know about you, but I, as a kid, just had an insane love for Scooby Doo.
I
I,
watched.
in fact, it was so influential on me that as I'm talking right now, I can vividly recall me being 3 years old watching it.
Damn.
I vividly remember in my small home at the time in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
in Hooksett, right?
Hmm.
For some reason, that was a genius idea to put a chair on top of the living room table, sit there, eat ramen noodles, and watch Scooby Doo on. This
Huh.
was like earlier 2000s, so we
Yeah.
were watching on the brick TV that basically had a VHS player. I it is in a way it's safe to call me an honorary millennial.
Uh,
So
yeah.
basically, yeah, I loved that series, and I love that original,
Yeah.
namely the one that has the What's New Scooby Doo rock
Oh,
opening, which kind
I
of
love
goes
that.
hard.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure in my discs I do have the entire series of that. So
Yeah. Huh.
go on. So name the problems with this
Okay.
series.
I'm gonna send you an image right now, and then we can talk about it because it sums up one flaw. All right, and I'm not. Okay, it's gonna
Tread
sound
very
controversial,
carefully.
but
Tread
we can
carefully.
talk about it. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. So I don't know if you see the image that I just
Yes,
sent,
I
but
do. I
that
actually
that
do.
that explains it. I'm gonna put it up in the video, but
Okay. Yeah.
uh, um, the so the writers, whatever, decided that he would make Velma and Shaggy, who is now called Norville,
Wait,
not
what?
Shaggy.
Who's Norville? Wait, you're kidding
N-
me. Norville.
Norville is
Oh
Shaggy
my
now.
god, that guy was my favorite character. What the hell? They
And-
they did my guy dirty.
yes. So they decided to make both Velma and Norville African
Yes,
American, and
and
I'm
that's not a problem. So
it's not a
let me
problem.
get this straight. Me and Hobby, we have no problem with African American characters. We have a
Yeah,
problem with unfaithful adaptations. If the original series has
yeah,
Velma and Orville and African American, we'd be just as upset if they changed them to white people. Get that clear.
yeah,
We
yeah,
care about the integrity of series and the preservation of their image and their influence. And some
yes.
people just destroy it for whatever reason, whether they feel to be
I
more
think
politically
there was there was a
sensitive or
reason.
anything. But
We can talk
okay,
about
what's the reason?
the reason or whatever, and this is gonna get too political. So if it does, maybe we can back off. But
Okay, yeah,
it's obviously just to get brownie points. It's just to be. I'm gonna say woke. All right. I'm not the kind of guy who likes to say that word all willy nilly, but that's what this was.
yeah.
All
It's the a bit of the charged racial climate in.
Yeah. Um, I I don't know how valid this is, but I'm pretty sure the actress, or at least actress or writer who made
Yeah.
this Velma show, I'm pretty sure that it's based on herself,
Oh
and
yes,
if
one of
so,
the
that's a
biggest
problem.
problems. No, one of the biggest problems with series is when people make self inserts.
Yeah.
Namely, one that comes to mind is the "I Am Not Starfire" show, which I'm pretty
Oh
sure you've heard of.
God.
That was
Is
just a
the
complete
book?
self
Oh
insert.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Literally,
Well, I saw the
there was
images of
zero.
her.
Yeah, there's zero difference between the two characters. It's so clear. It's just some random girl's fan fiction. Which, if you
Yes.
enjoy making fan fictions, right away. But
There's nothing
again,
wrong with making fan fiction, but don't
I
make it shouldn't be official. It shouldn't be official.
exactly. In my days, I've actually made one or two myself, which we're not going to talk about.
Nothing
But
wrong with that.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
We might go into them if I
Another
can
thing.
somehow gain access to them, which I
Uh,
don't think I can because they were tied to a certain Google account that I do not have anymore.
oh, because of
Which I'm
some
sure this was,
circumstances.
yeah, some circumstantial
Yeah.
things that I'm sure we'll
Some.
talk about eventually because
Yeah. It
I
was
have
just some
minor pent
off.
up anger.
it,
It was a bit of
it
the
was
whole
just.
experience left a suboptimal flavor in my mouth.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. It was very a suboptimal situation.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's let's turn this around. So the Velma show, okay? There's more issues than just a self-insert and Norville. So
Okay.
apparently, okay, because if it was just that, then like okay,
Could be
yes,
somewhat forgiven if it
yeah,
kept the
it's,
character personalities at least similar.
yeah,
So did they keep the personalities similar?
that's what I want to talk about. So
Okay. Oh boy.
the show, right?
Yep.
All the characters are assholes.
What do you mean they're assholes? Talking about
They're
they're self righteous.
yeah, okay.
I'm
I don't actually
like
I don't know how much you know about the show, but
I
the
know next to nothing. I remember seeing the ads for it and kind of cringing,
okay.
almost
So
vowing never to watch it. But
good. I'm never
continue.
gonna watch it, but apparently it's some actually not apparently it is a adult animated series. So it's trying to lean it more into that sort of audience.
Wait, can I? So it's trying to basically, in a way, scam like Rick and Morty,
Yeah,
like
I was actually about to
Family
say. Yeah,
Guy.
yeah,
It,
exactly.
I think I saw a couple like photos. Isn't it like kind of? I wouldn't say ripping off the style, but it's somewhat comparable to modern American animation trends.
Yeah, like if you like do like a slideshow of like four like modern adult animated series, they'll all look the
Yeah.
same. This is one of them. That it'll look exactly the same.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
okay, like okay, whatever. I may have
So
my
is
gripes with
it?
that.
So it's not marketed towards children anymore. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, because
So is it safe to say the target audience is for the grown up kids that watch the original?
that's the funny thing. I don't know who this was made for. I don't know who the audience was supposed to be. Because all right,
Because
I'm
we
gonna mention.
okay, yeah,
I want to mention a specific line that was apparently in the show. I think it was in the trailer, and so the show tried to be very quirky by being like meta and it's like self-aware apparently. And there's
okay,
one line where Velma's like, uh, something along the lines of adults who watch like stupid kids shows because they had nothing better to do with their lives or something like that. I may pull the clip up now just to see exactly what the thing was because I don't want to be wrong. But let's just see.
Yeah, one of my
Cause
favorite things in shows when the show likes to insult its own
I
audience,
yeah, that
kind of like some certain anime series that we might also talk about and have an
oh
anime
boy,
dedicated episode. But I
I'd
think
be fine
there's
with that.
also an extensive list. But
Yeah,
yeah, basically calling the audience losers. Yeah, that's always a great move.
it's so dumb. I don't just why insult your fan base? There's clearly
I know a show like a show like this, which isn't focusing on history or anything, it's
Mhm.
meant to be entertainment, and entertainment at its finest will be escapism. So how
Yeah,
are you supposed to escape from your reality? That's either hey, you could be really happy or you could be sad. No matter what your state is, no one wants to watch something made for basically escapism and be insulted. Because
yeah,
you're trying to escape from a world where, to be honest, a lot of people get insulted. They don't need to come
yeah.
to their I don't know, quote unquote sanctuary and just get
Hmm.
just a nuke dropped on them. Just trying to
Yeah.
relax.
It's so dumb because I mean like it's a wholesome series. Scooby Doo's meant for kids, and
I
then you just
know.
say like, oh you like this wholesome series about like a friendly like friend group and their little quirky dog. Go fuck yourself.
So
That's not
I'm
how you make a good show.
So, Scooby Doo has had a little bit of a rough history. Did you see the older Cartoon Network adaptation?
Mystery Incorporated, or is
Was
this
that
like
what it
one?
was?
That's like
All I
the
remember is I turned it on a couple times. It was really bad.
I think
How they made the
uh,
characters look. I'm pretty sure it is Mystery Incorporated.
uh I actually I think is it like more newer on Cartoon Network or
It is slightly newer.
okay? Because
I,
then you probably
yeah, I think
recognize Mystery Incorporated, but I know which one you're talking about. I'm just trying to pull it up.
yeah,
It had like that
basic
really
yeah,
stupid art style.
yeah. Basically, the
Be
series has had
cool,
a bit of a
Scooby Doo.
rough. Yeah, that's what it was. Be cool, Scooby Doo. And
Yeah.
yeah, the series has had just such a depressingly just bad stretch.
Mhm.
Past like I don't know what I call it, decade and a half.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know why.
especially for me, who I love the original so much.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
I literally still remember my favorite episode to this day, and it's
Damn.
like which
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but it's the one where doing like an abandoned airfield with a
Huh.
bunch of planes everywhere, and they're being chased by what looks to be a skeleton inside of a like a Soviet like spacesuit.
Huh.
It's
I
basically
think.
chasing around,
Yeah.
and that's my personal favorite episode. If
Huh.
anyone knows what it is, feel free to say it in the comments because I wouldn't be opposed to knowing it myself.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
maybe rooting through dozens of hours of footage, finding an episode might be suboptimal.
suboptimal.
Yeah, a little
Well,
suboptimal.
a bit suboptimal here or there.
Yeah,
uh.
so yeah,
Yeah.
series has had a bit of a bad run.
I feel so bad for Scooby Doo, honestly.
I know. So is the again the thing that angers me the most is if the original writer doesn't have enough say. So is the creator of the series alive? Like, what was her influence in this, or was there no influence?
I'm pretty sure because it was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. I'm
Yes, it was.
sure they
Yeah.
passed away. But
Oh, really? Damn.
yeah, so sadly, I don't think they had any say in this, and that makes a lot of sense. But
Yeah. That sucks.
yeah, it's a bit rough, and it's honestly sort of a disservice to them because I'm sure they're rolling in their graves
It's
from
a
this.
disservice to everyone.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
If anyone likes it out there in the audience, feel
Listen,
free to genuinely put it down below because
yeah.
not in a judgmental way. I think we'd
Mhm.
both like to hear what you view as the pros to this.
Yeah, because
This are
I saw someone review it because that's where I'm sort of getting all of my personal notes or whatever, and he said that they went into it with an open mind and we're free to let things be iffy here or there, not be fully
yeah.
accurate. But he just said that the whole show is just horrible, just
Uh,
so
uh,
bad.
I think I have
Uh,
a certain word that might sum up might sum it up. But
oh, what word?
I feel this reviewer would claim that they had a suboptimal flavor.
Ooh, could have been suboptimal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that might sum up their their feelings after viewing the series.
Yes.
Just yeah.
'Cause, it was just, yeah, it was something that sort of aggravated me recently, so I wanted to go on a bit of a tangent on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So,
So
I don't
okay.
where do
Would
we
you
go
like?
from there?
I think this is a good closing point for that subject. Would you like to do the coin, the magic coin?
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna be
So
honest.
no one,
Oh,
so no one. Can you insert like a screen record of you rolling the coin so people know that where
um,
is that
uh,
possible?
I could, but I'll be honest, I'm too lazy to do so right
Oh,
now.
okay, I
But
understand. So
yeah, I will let them know beforehand. Okay.
okay, so
So,
I'll be heads, you'll be tails, I suppose,
okay.
and roll it and see what the results are.
All right. And it is heads. Okay. All right.
Okay, so I feel that my subject might not be as strong as the previous ones, but so there's been a lot of reports about one of the most new gen consoles out at the moment, and one that is very iconically had a problem getting out there for mass sale, and that is the Sony PS5, which I bought probably a week ago. And
Yes.
basically, I've been seeing emergence of a lot of articles claiming that keeping the console in vertical mode can cause damage to it, which
Oh
is
boy.
genuinely ironic, as that's kind of like how it's marketed as. It's literally that way
Yeah.
on the box. Which,
Yeah.
granted, I have seen some photos of it horizontally, and I did keep it like that for a couple days, and looks good either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
But so basically, they're either the CPU or the GPU is cooled by liquid metal,
Yeah.
and it's basically sealed in there, kind of, but I'm not sure if it's a seal or I think something about gravity keeping it in its place, some
Uh,
quirky physics thing, right?
yeah.
And when it's vertical, for some reason, some of the stuff is like dripping out of it.
Huh.
So that it will either lead to the liquid metal spilling on components, which is a little
That.
suboptimal.
Yeah. I can say suboptimal.
And another thing is that the thing that cools the console is literally falling off, leading to overheating. And a lot of companies have claimed that, like such as Best Buy, people that fix electronics,
Yeah.
are starting to see the emergence of this problem. It's
Okay.
not something that happens quickly, but apparently it happens or been happening to people that kind of got the consoles when they first released, which
Yeah.
most consoles don't release fully just perfect.
I remember the Red Ring of Death, man. PTSD.
Oh, you think you have PTSD? That's happened to two of my 360s. I don't have one anymore.
Yeah. That's
I wanted to play some Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies one day. God just said, fuck you. So,
wow. Yeah. It's just. Yeah,
so
man. Consoles are always just so rough.
I think I'm a console gamer for numerous reasons, but yeah, I don't think it's a problem. There's been way more people saying there's been problems with it than not. I saw one stray article that's saying, no, don't worry about it. But part of me feels almost Sony wants to have people not know about this, which wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprising. I mean, I
Hmm.
feel that, I don't know if it's just what I have heard, but I feel Sony's been slightly more of an honest company than Microsoft.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Definitely.
don't want to be the one to basically bring in stereotypes, but at least historically, the Japanese, at least in the past, or I'm not sure if it's as prominent today. I've never been there, but the whole honor thing where
Yeah,
they
it's
want to
been
give you
cultural.
something good. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I think that has been dwindling, just like a lot of other Japanese cultural things.
Yeah.
But I still feel that they'd at least mention it.
Mhm.
Where you had Microsoft. God, Microsoft customer service is just honestly,
Uh,
I'd rather fight Freddy Krueger
yeah,
than go through Microsoft customer support.
honestly, yeah. As as a young boy such as myself, I think I stand a better chance against Freddy Krueger than working with Microsoft support.
Kind of nightmares I've just had from these people. So for
Yeah.
one, our Xbox One S downstairs
Yeah.
basically got to the point where it locked out. So each account had a different email tied to it, and
Yeah.
basically, 2 out of the 3 emails got locked. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So these emails are made primarily for the Xbox. So they weren't used for emails or anything like that, and the password's lost.
Yeah.
So we can't use those accounts anymore. So we wanted to gain re-access to them. So we messaged Microsoft, and they wanted proof that it was our email. So they asked who we sent emails to, stuff like that. And we're like, we didn't send emails. It's primarily for the Xbox. So there's nothing we really had that could prove it was ours, except we knew it was paired to this console. So, and typical Microsoft fashion, they said, fuck yourself.
Damn.
Those accounts are still locked out of.
Huh.
And that system is still in place, by the way, because my sister got a PS4 recently off of me, and she wanted to bind her from Minecraft, account to it that obviously Microsoft wants everyone to sign into.
Yeah.
Sign into Microsoft to play Minecraft so they can basically play Message Gestapo and all the world chats these days.
Yeah,
and
that's its own issue, definitely.
Yeah, that we can also probably talk about in the future, but
yeah.
Which I'd be down for it. But
yeah,
essentially, same thing happened. She made exclusively for Minecraft, wanted to prove it was hers, couldn't, and they did nothing about it.
Huh.
They just essentially said deal with it. So she had to create a whole new account.
Damn.
I've heard a lot of nightmares about people's Xboxes also going through the whole maintenance problems, like on the Xbox One X series, overheating problems or games crashing frequently. There's one guy I knew who sent it to them like 3 times, and they kept it for like 2 months at a time. And the issue was never resolved, and they basically stopped responding to him.
Wow.
Yeah, but every single problem I've had with Sony, I don't want to be the guy that like white knights a company, but they've resolved every single issue I've had.
Yeah, Sony's actually pretty good with all that stuff. They're
like
pretty much like Steam.
I was actually kind of shocked recently because when I got the PS5, I had to log into my PlayStation Network account.
Yeah.
And that was tied to that email I was talking about earlier I don't have access to anymore.
So I couldn't.
Suboptimal reasons. And basically, I had all of my games and my account information tied to this email I don't have. I knew the password, so I could still log into it, but I was just worried that lots of things want email verification. How the hell is I supposed to do email verification if I can't open the email?
Yeah.
And basically, I messaged them, and they resolved it for me in like less than a day. It's now tied to my new email. Everything's fine. I was like 90% sure that it wasn't going to be resolved. And I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So, did you have any problems of that nature with Microsoft, or any problems with Sony for that matter?
Alright, so Microsoft, I've had my fair share of problems. My Xbox One ran like shit, first of all, and I could barely play games.
God, my Xbox One ran like ass too.
Yeah.
It was, genuinely, I can't believe that those things were released.
Seriously. The One S or whatever that I have.
Oh God, yes, the one I have. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's just I can't. There, because Xbox is sort of just like a mini PC to an extent, anyways.
Or it's intended to be.
Yeah, in theory. But now that I have
in theory, not in practice.
Yeah, and the fact that I have a PC, it's that the Xbox One S is just suboptimal to me at this point. It's not.
Honestly.
Yeah, so it's a mess. And then there's this one story I have where you know the indie game The Escapist, one with the prison, whatever.
Oh yes, the game that I've completed like 4 times, 1 and 2. Yes.
Yeah. So I was trying to get it or whatever, right? And so apparently for my account, I used my real age at the time, and
boy.
And I think The Escapist, and keep in mind that I think I had like GTA digitally installed on the Xbox with that account.
Yeah.
but apparently, I wasn't mature enough to get escapist, and so
It's
it
rated T for teen.
yeah, it failed to let me buy it digitally because apparently my account was just too young. I was just a young little boy, and so I went into like my settings or whatever because you can like go and change that so you can play it regardless. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work in the slightest, and so.
Pretty sure that anyone can purchase T for teen games. I don't think those have like a genuine age restriction like M for
I
mature
just
ones.
I think I don't. I think it must have just been a weird setting on my account for whatever
Might
reason.
have been a parental thing.
Yeah, I think it was, but it was impossible to to like solve or whatever. And we like
Typical
eventually,
Microsoft fashion.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I had to go through tech support and everything.
Was that ever fixed?
It was eventually, and I was actually able to play the Escapist. But my God, it was such a pain in the ass to work with them because we had no clue what the hell was going on either. They were just so.
I mean, I do think it's kind of ironic that you're bringing up a prison game and you use the quote "pain in the ass" and to point that out. But
Whoa, whoa. We gonna talk about
because
that.
let's be honest, I remember the game hinted at a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
Because I remember numerous times I wasn't old enough to understand. I was in like fourth grade. I was playing it, right? And I'm
Uh-huh.
playing it in the living room.
Yeah.
It was the shower block, and
Mm.
the dialogue's like, I seen you drop the soap. I didn't know what that meant. I was just like, okay. And my dad's like, what kind of games do you play? I'm like, what do you mean? It's
uh,
just yeah, that game has a lot of stuff that went over my head, but
yeah, it's a rather
genuinely
sad.
great series.
Yeah, really good. Uh,
So, do you have any more things you'd like to touch upon?
um, right now, regarding everything we've discussed, I can't say that I have. I feel like it's just, yeah, I think we summarized everything, at least all the
Yeah,
essentials.
and I think we discovered a couple topics that'd be interesting for maybe the next upload.
Yeah.
That being poor anime
Uh,
adaptations, and as well as what was the other one?
um, poor anime
What?
and
Oh, never mind.
I'm muttering to myself.
Yeah,
But shit, fuck, I can look back at it in post
you're
production. It's
gonna have
fine.
to because
Yeah.
it slipped me too. So
Tit.
yeah, nevertheless, I think the next one will be chocked full of some extra stuff.
Yeah, and I think it will definitely be more comfortable and used to this sort of formula. So I have high
Yeah,
expectations for the future. Yeah.
yeah. So I think this would
Yeah.
be a good note to close things on.
Yes. All right. Any last
So that's it.
words?
So anyone watching this, have a good night, day, wherever you are. If you're for some reason in another universe, wish you the best of luck. It's probably better than this one, but I wish you the best. And yeah, anything for you?
Um, just I hope you have a nice day, and we'll be here around like what once a week, something like that.
Yeah,
Mm,
good
so
schedule.
yeah, just keep in touch with us, and I hope you have a nice life. See ya.
See ya. Okay, it's done.
Give me a sec.